Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As has been said here, I'm a principal consultant for a geological consultancy. So tonight I'm going to only address issues relating to the geology, stick only to my professional field and professional knowledge within the area of geology. So I've got 25 years plus experience as a professional geologist, both as an academic and previously I worked for 8 years. You might remember Westlake Scientific Consulting, based out of Moreau near Whitehaven. I worked as a geologist for them. So I've got a large professional time connected to nuclear waste disposal. But I would point out that although I've got this nuclear experience, I haven't worked for any of the previous or current people involved in the process, such as NAREX. I haven't worked for BNFL or anyone like that. And unlike the introduction I've just been given, I was a geological consultant for the MRWS partnership, but I no longer have any connection with the MRWS partnership. I'm here purely as an independent, on my own personal basis, here to give you the geological information. I don't work for any of the committees or groups at this stage. I was initially approached by the MRWS process to peer review the scoping geology report, which has been put up on the screen earlier, the Geology of the West Cumbria, that was produced by the BGS, published last year, which identified which areas, based on strict geological committee criteria, which we've heard about, which included such areas as drinking water supply, former mines, areas that could be intrusively invaded by things such as, say, the oil industry or exploration in the area. Those were the specific criteria that were put for the scoping geological study. There were no other criteria, they were pure geological criteria. In fact, one of my fellow peer reviewers identified the fact that even such things such as fractures and faults were not included in the initial scoping study. So that identified areas that were unsuitable for a geological disposal facility, which we've seen. Those are the areas excluded on the map and shown in pink on that map. So this report identified around about 75% of West Cumbria was removed by that process. 25% was unsuitable, thereabouts, for a geological disposal facility. Subsequent to that, I was then asked by the MRWS process, having been a peer reviewer and been involved in the geology, that when they did the various public consultation meetings around West Cumbria, which has been pointed out, of which one was in Keswick as well, and some of you may or may not have attended that meeting. As an independent geologist, I was asked to attend those meetings and to talk to the local residents about the geological aspects, to answer any questions, any queries or anything like that. So that's to participate at that stage in the MRWS process. That was where my involvement in this process strictly finished. So I've been characterised in this, as has been pointed out, as being sort of pro-geological disposal facility. I should emphasise to you very clearly, I am neither for or against a geological disposal facility. My pure objective, and my simple objective, is to ensure that the geological information that is put forward in this process, which I peer review on behalf of any organisation that has asked me, that the process is, the geology is factually correct and it gives a balanced understanding of the process. That's my pure and simple objective. You will see from some of the websites, I've had a number of exchanges and quite frankly a number of disagreements with both Professor Smythe and Professor Hazeldine. Again, geologist to geologist, they have stated that they felt that the whole of West Cumbria should be excluded from the process because the geology was unsuitable. So that's the sort of thoughts which have been summarised earlier on tonight. Those are the information provided by Professor Smythe. It's important to point out that in the current MRWS process, which is stage 3, has been stated, there are no specific sites have been identified for a geological disposal facility. Current international geological disposal facilities have been identified around the world in 3 particular rock types to date. And those are crystalline rocks, they are clay-based rocks, and they are salt deposits. And you will find examples around the world of those 3 major rock types being used for geological disposal facilities. You look at a geology map of Cumbria, and you will see that there are 2 of those rock types present in Cumbria. So I'm of the opinion, which is supported by my professional body, the Geological Society of London, to which I'm a member, and a chartered geologist under their restrictions for the information that we put out, that we currently have insufficient information about the crystalline rocks and about the mud-based or clay-based rocks in West Cumbria to count them out at this stage. Right? So that's clearly, I would emphasize, that's all that has been said at the moment. We have insufficient information to categorically remove them from the process. So, that again, I've been asked and have been given 5 minutes to speak to you, so I'm going to keep it very brief.
About 8 minutes now.
Is it? Right, I'll be quiet then. I've got two more lines of notes that I've made. We haven't said that the geology is suitable. This has to be evaluated through my own professional opinion, through a geological and a scientific methodology, which it hasn't been yet. That is the whole nature of the MRWS process, is to take a scientific methodological route. But believe me, should the geology subsequently identified at this stage prove to be unsuitable, and a number of opinions have been said as to whether it is suitable or not, I want to see the geological proof, the geological evidence for that unsuitability. If it is proved to be unsuitable, and that the Eskdale, Ennerdale granites, or the Mersey mudstone up in the Solway, either of those 2 areas that have been talked about tonight, if they are unsuitable geology, I am firmly of the opinion that a geological disposal facility should not be developed in West Cumbria. Thank you.